How's everybody doing out there this morning? You are listening and watching the Jet Baxton Show. We have some very interesting things to talk about today, and I'm going to start off by a little something that kind of irritated me a little bit yesterday. Yesterday morning, when I was getting my day started off, I was listening to one of my normal talk shows that I listen to while I'm waking up and stuff like that, and it irritated the hell out of me when they were talking about them going to a baseball game the night before, and they were stopping at this gas station to get some gas, and this lady in front of them wanted $15 worth of gas, and she paid with 150 dimes, not rolled, but in a big sack, and they were sitting there complaining about that. Now, have we started losing touch with reality to the point where the rich society people, and yes, these talk show hosts, they're rich. There ain't no doubt about it. The hell, they even own a bar and grill here locally. Now, not mind you, not every one of us is able to sit there, and a lot of people are working and going from day to day, paycheck to paycheck, just to put food on the table. So who knows if this lady was sitting there using her last $15 just to put gas in her car to get back and forth to work for the week. And she was down to next to nothing and having to use change to do that. And I don't know about you all, but here local, if you go to a bank or someplace like that, they charge you money for quarters and nickel rolls and stuff like that. Maybe she didn't have enough money to pay for the rolls. All she had was a dime. And it was between that and getting back and forth to work. And you don't want to sit there and criticize somebody. Yes, I know it can be a pain in the ass. But we get to learn tolerance, people. Everybody just trying to make it in the world today. And with the way the coronavirus is going out, and we're starting to get back to somewhat normalcy, but, it's going to take some time. Don't criticize and don't run your mouth, is what I'm trying to say. Because you don't know what type of world that person lives in behind closed doors. You don't know how they're making their ends meet. And see, this is what bothers me the most, is because these are local talk show hosts that own businesses here locally. What are they thinking about behind closed doors about people that they run into at the grocery store or something like that? I mean, and then you want to sit there and use your platform as a talk show host to vent. Well, yes, you do have the right to vent, but come on, think about this. It's a pain in the ass, I'm sure, and I'm going to admit that, but because I've been in front of people like it before, but I also know where I come from. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I had to work and bite and crawl and to get everything I earned. It's not handed to me, and damn sure ain't gonna be handed to me down the road either. Anyway, that's my little rant of the day as far as that's concerned. Now, with some other local news here. The Kentucky Wildcats are making some moves here in the off season that honestly I think are going to back up what I said in an earlier show. That Calipari is going to have to go to the Final Four, if not win the national title next year. You don't make moves like he's making if you don't feel like your job is on the line. Okay, and they're getting some of these star recruits and transfers that everybody else has been drilling over. It's just now being a Kentucky fan all my life. I want to see them do good. I would like to see us go back to the days of old where you would actually get used and get to know some of these players because they'd stay for their junior and senior year. Few of them leave after their sophomore year for the NBA, but those times are gone. We can sit back and we can complain of that all we want, but those times are gone. There's not a thing we can do about that. So we must move on. Now, I'm excited about this upcoming basketball season because, the moves that they're making should make for at least a better season than what we had this year. And it should be more exciting to watch at the very least. Now, also on the sports topic, my Cincinnati Reds. Well, they started off the season kind of red hot, and now they've kind of cooled down. And, well, quite honestly, they're being the Reds like they've always been. They're under 500 as of right now, but it's a long season. I ain't giving up hope yet because I gotta have something to get me through the summer. And that's the only sport in town in this time of year, and I'll wait until October. And that's when basketball season starts up again. Now, we got the NBA playoffs coming up this weekend, starting on the 22nd, I believe it is, or this Sunday. They had the Eastern Conference play-in games last night, and tonight they're going to have the Western Conference play-in games for the 8 and the 9 spot. Well, the 8 and the 7 spot, basically. Now, this is something new that they just started last year. They're changing all these rules that we grew up with. We as basketball fans, even on the college and NBA level, we grew up with. But, it's a sign of the times. We get old, everybody gets newer, younger, and fresher ideas. What do you all think about the playing games? Baseball adopted that last year. Uh, football is adding another playoff round into its schedule, and another regular season game. So times are changing all the way around, and it kind of makes you sad in a way because that means I'm getting old, and that means my era, my time in life is quickly fading fast. Oh man. Anyway, that covers sports and my little rant about the local talk show host. It still kind of irritates me that they did that yesterday. Um, Now, while I've got you all's attention, also, if you're a Second Life citizen and you are liking the content that I produce, make sure you give us a thumbs up and a like on YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And if you were looking to take your role playing up to the next level and you don't mind being recorded in, you don't mind voicing, contact me in world by dropping me a note card or email station at jackbaxton.com. Because we got some roles that need to be filled for the two shows that I'm working on. Right now, my main focus is on a show called Passions. The first episode, The Hit, is already out. I'm still working on episode 2, hopefully to get. I know it was earlier in the week I was talking about getting it done by Wednesday. That's not going to happen. And I apologize for that for those of y'all that have been asking me when it's going to be coming out. It's looking like I'm going to get it done by Friday, maybe Saturday. In which I think I'm going to go with the release date of a brand new episode for a week. That way it gives me time to work with it. And hopefully gives you all some time to come on down and become part of the team. I mean, because if you like the RP, you'll get a kick out of this. Now, the storyline behind Passions is, at least for the first season anyway, it is focused around two key characters, James and Linda. James was hired as he's a private detective who's hired to try to take care and look after Linda because there has been a hit put on her head. Well, episode one has already shown that, gun due to rapid gunfire, which apparently y'all didn't hear all that well, which I'll keep in mind the next time I'm working with the sound effects. There's already been one attempt on her life, and they're on the run. I think by the end of the season, you will see who is behind the contracted hit, and it's going to make for some very, in my opinion, some very interesting role play. Anyway, this has been a short and sweet show, but those of you might catch it a little bit later on. We will have it up in the airways on the radio side a little bit later on today, maybe tomorrow. It'll be up on YouTube as soon as I get done here. Now, y'all keep it wet, keep it wild, and keep it rocking, because don't forget, if you like what we do here at Jack's House of Rock and Jack's World, give us a like, subscribe, and tell all your friends about us. And don't forget, share the videos when you get time. Catch you all tomorrow or on the flip side, whichever comes first. Oh, yeah.